Let me take a look at you, stranger. You're the outlander who stood against Regala and her rebels.
Only if it means we're good here.
Don't worry. I'm not here to drink your blood, or whatever you Easterners think we do. The slaughter at the embassy wasn't your fight, yet you stood by the marshals. As far as I'm concerned, you're no enemy of the Tenakth. But you are going to need help if you plan on surviving the clanlands. I hear and see many things as a scout. I could share them with you, aid you on your journey.
I'd be grateful.
Well then. I was scouting northwest of here, near the village of Saltbite. There's a place there where the ground is made of metal. Don't know what it means, but it can't be good. Be wary.
Appreciate the warning. Ground
You
made
look
of
geared
metal?
up for battle. Always a
Might be a
smart
cauldron.
choice.
And where there's a cauldron, there's machine overrides.
Like this? Oh,
You're not waving a hammer around, Errand. Try a gentler touch.
and my big sausage fingers don't really do gentle, okay?
Bring it back. Trace the line. To your right. Other right.
I just saw it. It's the one Aloy found up north. Gotcha! They call it a concussion beat party or something. Yeah, now that's music.
Aloy!
Errand, you're all better. And you're here.
Well, the world only goes on if you can do your thing. We learn fast enough, we help make that happen. You want all the backup you can get, right?
We still have much training to do, of course. One does not become hunter in a day.
Each seed grows at a pace of its own. Doesn't mean it won't bloom. You should know your Tenakth friend arrived.
Katalo.
I heard their warriors drink people's blood. I want to sleep with one eye open.
I think he's seen enough blood for a lifetime.
I showed him to one of the rooms. He seems to appreciate the privacy.
Looks like you've got things under control. I should get this to Gaia.
Right. We'll keep on training. Catch up as fast as we can.
I'm seeing glyphs in my dreams already.
Well, While you've been off gallivanting around, I've been working with Gaia to find out more about the land gods. So from where I'm standing, you're in need of some training. Come along.
Okay. Oh, and I delivered your message to Talana. She headed for that Oseram camp you two were looking for, to the southwest.
Aloy, I am pleased you have returned. And I see you have recovered ether. Please proceed with the merge. Afterwards, I have a matter to discuss with you.
So, what did you want to discuss?
While you were away, I received an unusual transmission on my dedicated Aletheia frequency.
Aletheia. That's one of the sub-functions you couldn't detect before.
Yes. The transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Coordinates. Where does it lead?
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility. A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone or something else.
You don't think it's actually Aletheia?
I am uncertain.
What's SOS?
It is an old-world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
Why would Aletheia send a coded transmission on a frequency only the two of you can communicate on?
I believe it was done as a precaution to avoid detection, or at least to create the appearance of the desire to do so. I am also uncertain why Aletheia would expect that I would be able to detect and respond to its distress signal at all. As far as it is aware, I no longer function.
Okay, so either Aletheia is in trouble and sent the message hoping you were out there, or someone else is trying to get us to go to these coordinates, pretending to be Aletheia.
That is my conclusion as well.
Could the Zeniths be sending the transmission?
According to the data I reviewed on your focus, the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia root kernel in the Hades Proving Lab. It is feasible they used it to gain access to my internal frequencies.
So, maybe they sent it thinking you'd respond and reveal your location.
Possibly. However, the transmission is highly irregular. If they intended to provoke me into revealing myself, I would expect the communication to be more routine.
Right. So maybe it's not them, then. You said the coordinates lead to a mountain to the northwest. What's there?
I have no record of anything of note in that vicinity.
Okay, and what about the other number in the message? 237. Any idea what that means?
I have queried my available databases, but it does not appear to have any significance. Perhaps its meaning can only be understood at the indicated coordinates.
All right, I'll go to the coordinates and check out the source of the transmission.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
I included Erend and Varl in this briefing via their focuses. I concur that you should not investigate this alone.
What if it's a trap?
Of course it could be a trap. But if it really is Eleuthia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and...
We're coming with you.
Fine. Go grab your things.
We'll wait for you at the west exit, in case you need to upgrade your gear.
I was able to unlock another room in the main living area.
Good to know. I'll check it out when I can.
We thrashed at the battlefield ridge. Now that was another one of those support.
Looks like this room's changed. Is that your doing, Gaia?
Yeah.
Aloy.
It's good to see you. I'm guessing you've got a lot of questions?
I've been told of our enemy and their intent. Your friends showed me to the... and gave me this focus, but all I really need to...
Welcome to the team, then. What are you looking at over...
The others have been helping me decipher the symbols, so... I thought I'd try to understand... This... Hephaestus... It will be able to make...
Yes.
How many?
As many as we need.
Such power.
Now that you know who the enemy is...
I'll admit, I find them hard to grasp. Vulnerable.
For now.
I will leave the strategy. I trust you will point my blade where it will come.
What do you think of our squad?
They seem eager to fight. Though I admit, farmers don't make for effect.
She seemed pretty effective when she took out the machines that...
Interesting.
You said the Bulwark was your home a long time ago.
Yes.
That's all you're gonna tell me?
Fine. As you wish. My parents were killed As I grew older, I came to be known as an accomplished fighter. Tekote took... I fought by his side against the Karja, and led my squad on a dangerous climb into the Daunt. It was I who opened it from the east side, allowing the Tenakth to raise it.
That must have gotten you some attention.
Indeed.
Then why'd you leave?
I became a marshal.
Why did you leave the Sky...
I was sent to the Kulrut. Back then, I would have obeyed his every order. I believed in him. Like one, I was too blind. Fear of a rising young warrior challenging. I returned a hero from the battle at Barren Light. Never occurred to him that I had no interest.
Why did Tekote think you wouldn't be a...
Tekote knew that I'd be forced to forsake the clan to serve the Tenakth. I'd never be allowed to challenge. After our victory at Barren Light, said it would be selfish to rob Hikaru and the marshals of a warrior like mine. Even though he knew perfectly well, it was exile. Guised. So I became a marshal.
I'm sorry you had to go through...
I am not.
When we were at the Bulwark, the Hikaru also mentioned it. What does it mean?
The visions tell us that the 10 flew and lap. For us to imitate this feat is the ultimate expression of march, and it is why the challengers leap into the air. Many times I had the feeling of free.
What did Chief Hikaru say when you told him he'd be joining me here?
You spilt rebel blood at the Grove and helped reunite the clans. There was little...
Well...
Indeed.
I should go. Feel free to check in on Hikaru and your people. Door's always open here.
I will. I overheard that Var... Do you require my...
I'd rather have you and Zoe guard the base.
It shall be done. May the 10 walk...
Now that was another one of those subordinate...
Varl looks happy about his training partner.
Learning is best done together.
Have you gone back to Plainsong at all?
I thought about it. The chorus already thinks me if they knew what we... Even if they understood this. No.
Did Gaia tell you anything about the Zeniths?
To think that there are places among the stars, it is... and heartbreaking. That's...
What are you up to?
Gaia was kind enough to put together. She helped me decipher some of... and showed me it's not easy, but it's been working so far.
That's good to hear. I see you've settled in.
Gaia did say this place was built for us, so we could regain control of our lands with... nurture them like the land gods. It does strike me as odd that a place...
Sounds like you met...
Yes, the Karja Huntress. But Varl tells me that she too suffered at the hands of the...
Yeah. She's one of the good ones. You've spoken with good...
A few words. Tenakth don't have... You must have made quite the impression for...
So you've been talking to Gaia?
Yes. She was kind enough to take me through some of the including their demise, and I was surprised to see she was you. Past, but reborn.
You've been getting to know Erend, I assume?
Of course, in this case.
So, how does a tribe like the warriors like that?
By holding them off. When our fields bloomed aplenty, but Plainsong's dishes provided sanctuary and high ground to keep invading. In the end, even the Tenakth saw sense in a truce. The Utaru promised to provide the Tenakth with food from our crops every year. In exchange, the Tenakth would relinquish a veteran. This custom was abandoned, but some veterans still remain.
I've been meaning to ask. You didn't seem...
That's what happens when you're the one Utaru who insists on publicly defying. When the Karja invaded the Utaru plains, they did more. They burned our fields. Those who were too weak to make the trip back
to be sacrificed in the Sun Ring.
I was helping the healers back then. As waves of refugees swarmed, the chorus was divided in how to face the invaders. Others believed the dishes, and while they bickered, I buried the seeds of the fallen.
Couldn't have been easy.
I come from my grandmother used to... I moved to the dishes when I decided to... When the Red Raids began, but the injured kept pouring into Plainsong. One day, I woke up to hear a Karja raiding party had ran. I rushed there with the healers to help the smell of burning flesh.
I'm sorry, Zoe.
I made it a point to demand that we take a... I was denied.
You said you set out to...
I did. News of my disagreement with the... Before I knew it, I had more than a... We knew we couldn't take, but we also knew the lay... We ambushed, sabotaged their supply lines.
Sounds like you were forced to be...
Enough that the Tenakth... When the clans began to push the Karja back east, they let us join their ranks. We chased the enemy all the way to Barren Light.
You said you were at Barrenlight when the...
Tenakth marshals climbed the cliffs of the Daunt under cover of night. Then attacked. Before we knew it, the gates were open, and the full force of the... What happened next was, when all the dust and blood settled, our enemies defeated. I went back to Plainsong. It didn't feel like I'd truly...
Is that when you became...
I thought soothing the suffering. Then you came along. I could either sing at people's graves...
I'm glad you chose the latter. You called yourself...
To all living things an end must come. I try to bring comfort.
Right, I should...
Is it true you're investigating a signal coming from one of Guy?
Maybe.
Be careful.
We will.
Aloy, we've gathered some supplies in that chest. Take what you need.
Where's that music the Osram plays? Nice to stretch my legs after being cooped up in here. There she is.
You ready to head out?
Let's go.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened... This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh? Well, that takes the keg.
Burrow, see if there's anything over there.
On it.
We'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that zenith. Well, there are obviously more zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't make it. Snow's melting on my clothes. Whatever the rebels did, it took down our shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
It looked like she can make it come
Hello,
very
Verbena?
ill,
What do you have for me?
but it's gone now.
I checked every...
Yeah. Well, go do your thing. I'll wait here.
What?
Hello, Verbena? What do you have for me?
I checked everywhere, still no sign of the asset. Can we call off this pointless search already?
Let's not forget who let it slip away in the first place. Now, I'd like to see results by nightfall. Do you think you can manage that?
Hold on. I think I see something.
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is. One of the sons of Prometheus. It looks like his focus was sending data on the weapons somewhere else. Weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off. Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area? All right. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Erend.
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up. All so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. Do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing you said could be here? Eleuthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl.
How do you like me now?
That's a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. If any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go. There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the proving lab.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe. Looks like some kind of data center. I might be able to access the facility systems from that console. I've never seen a transmitter like this before. Looks like it's self-destructed. Far Zenith Research Lab. It looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So Eluthia's gone?
If it was ever here, then probably. But then why were the Zeniths still searching for the asset? Let's keep looking around.
So, exploring another Far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Or anything you can blow up. All this stuff. Wonder what they were doing here.
Well, knowing Far Zenith, probably discovering amazing things. For their own benefit.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Ectogenic chambers. Like the ones I saw inside a Zero Dawn cradle facility.
What were they for?
Remember when I told you I was made, not born? This is how.
A machine that makes a person. That's incredible.
Yeah. This place keeps on going. We better check in that room.
Find anything that might tell us what the asset is?
I don't think so. This place is huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
If it is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around. So, how is Erend taking all of this? Really?
Well, Gaia, the Zeniths, the Focus, it's a lot. But when I caught up to him in the Daunt and said you needed our help, he dropped everything and turned around.
Well, he's loyal. That's for sure. The control console. To access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out.
236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
You're right. I should check the log.
Nothing.
$236. Containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
Aloy. It's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Farsiness. They are ruthless, and they have Eleuthia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least they don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with. You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye. So she's
still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Oh shit, they can fly? Aloy! Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
Two of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
I'll protect her.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl on the clone. Here it comes! Ooh, ugly one, aren't you? I should scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots. That thing's quick. I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Vault. On the clone. Here it comes! Ooh, ugly one, aren't you? That thing's quick. There.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
Get back up top and deal with that other Spectre. I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
Aloy!
Aaron!
And the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Aaron. Aaron, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down the center.
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
The second you need me, I'm there.
Spectre's not budging from that spot. I might be able to sneak up on it if I stay out of its line of fire. I need to sneak around behind it. I can take that big head on. That could help. That's right.
Yeah, I'll finish this.
I could use it against the Spectre.
Gee, over here. Need help, Aloy? Take him down! Got to
No more ammo.
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon. If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all. No. Damn it. Well, it's better than nothing. I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone, too. Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
So the old ones painted their faces with something called makeup.
Erend? You okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I be?
'Cause there's two of me.
There's two of you now! Well, at least you seem to...
I wouldn't say that. I was hoping you could help me, and it also has to do...
Really? That doesn't sound good.
I see Varl gave you a...
Well, it doesn't look as fashionable on me, but by the Forge, the things I've been able to... Granted, a lot of them are... I'm still trying to... I never really understood how you were ever able to... And now I do. It makes me feel like I...
It takes some time. What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added rods being used to harness lightning. Guy reminded me of a cousin. Thought he could trap lightning if he went up the tallest... It ended like a lot of Oseram things.
What are you working on with...
I'm still figuring out how... Those two, Lovebird, but to be honest, all the little symbols. But I'll get up to speed.
How are you settling in?
Varl's been helping me get the lay of the land. I don't know who makes him more nervous, that Gaia lady or our new Utaru.
What about the Vanguard? Aren't you supposed to be...
I sent some of them back to Meridian with a message. I doubt Avad'll mind me sticking around to help the city.
So?
He's, I thought his people were supposed to be bloodthirsty.
You shouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Did you speak?
She didn't really wake up till we brought her here. I thought it'd be better if it's no use crowding someone when...
So Talana came by?
Yeah, more like rushed through. I was hoping only Carja I've ever met who's any... But it seemed like...
I guess you know...
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me those, I thought he'd eaten too many of those medicinal berries. Yeah, but I've gotten used to see. I just wish they weren't always...
Yeah. I discovered an Oseram militant group. It looks like they're the ones overriding me.
I thought that was something only you...
They're familiar with ancient tech.
So, blowing up Meridian in retribution for the Red Raids. And that of Oseram trying to wipe with an army of machines and bloodthirst...
Pretty much.
Oh, well, that's just great!
Is there any way you can help anything to track...
Yeah, I can send out some get in touch with my contacts in the claim.
I'd appreciate that. I have to get going.
Don't go causing too much...
Aloy, you're back.
Yeah. I'm just,
You mean after me? Like you, but guess this must be even...
little?
Varl said she...
Maybe. What else have you been up to?
I've been studying Gaia's... I wanted to understand why one of them would do what they did to Fa. Imagine my surprise when I looked into... and found out it helped in a way, as well as our...
That's why we have to make Gaia. Learn anything interesting?
There's been much to read up on now that Ether... It's hard to imagine that machines like Stormbirds... I used to be terrified of them as a... But everything Gaia creates has a purpose.
Yeah. You said you met...
Varl mentioned she was hurt.
That was kind of you.
I just hope she doesn't plan on staying. She looks like she's barely seen the light of day as it...
I need to get going.
May the land... Aloy, there are more supplies in the chest. Help yourself.
So the old ones painted their faces with something called makeup. Like the car.
Huh. Looks like someone's rearranged stuff in here.
Aloy, I see you found your room. Your companions thought you would appreciate a private space of your own.
That was thoughtful of them. My old spear. Rust helped me make it. When I finished my training. Feels like so long ago now. When Varl found me after the Hades Proving Lab, I thought I saw Rost. I don't think he'd understand any of this. Or what I have to do. But still. Wish he was here. This is the rite of passage that Vashav gave me at the embassy. I liked him. He seemed like a good man. I think he was really looking forward to going home. When I met Hikaru, I figured he was just another bloodthirsty warlord. But Vashav was right. Hikaru wants peace. It won't be easy. But with his new marshals, maybe his vision has a chance. I've been carrying Elizabeth's pendant with me for months. But since we're gonna stay a while, I think I'll keep it here, where it'll be safe.
Is your focus?
Looks like Gaia was able to unlock that door. Gaia, what was this room for?
This was intended to be a recreational room for Control Center operatives. I have repurposed the displays to track Regala's activity in the region.
A useful war map.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
No, but I must ask.
It's hard to explain.
Good.
Maybe. You said you were trained.
That's right. I've been watching holograms of your first fight with the Zenith Spectres. They are faster. How many did this... I would not wish to...
I'm with you there. Getting ether out of the grove made for quite a spectacle.
One that showed the entire tribe that Hikaro's mission is now blessed.
I heard my friend Talana came by the base.
Briefly. A bold woman going into Tenakth territory with... She'll be lucky if my people...
She'll be careful.
Whoever it is.
Have you had a chance?
Briefly. He fought well against Regala's troop. Are all Nora as skilled?
I'm not exactly one of them. They managed to push the Karja.
I thought my tribe was the only...
Why did Tekote think you...
Tekote? I'd be forced. I'd never be... After our Vic said, even though he knew perfectly, it was exile. So I became...
I'm sorry.
I am not.
When we were at the bull, Hikaro also mentioned it at the... What does it mean?
The visions tell us that end. For us, and it is many times the feeling of...
What did Chief Hikaro's...
You spare...
Well...
Indeed.
I need to go.
On your...
Looks like Arendt and Katalo moved their stuff in.
Anybody seen one of my machine strike pieces around?
Looks like someone's made this space their own.
I see you found Varl and Zoe's room, Aloy. I believe they wanted private accommodations.
I see. Where'd Katalo go? have to get the weapon fragment to Gaia first. And check on the clone. No good. Door's locked until Gaia can restore access.
Welcome back. Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped a Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment, I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Eleuthia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The two remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better check on the clone before I head back out there.
Yes. She retreated to the maintenance corridor directly below us. Varl is with her.
Right. Thanks, Gaia. Hey, Gaia.
So I see.
How's Katala?
I detect that the loss of his... Though he has no... I may be able to...
Really? How are things around here?
Zoe has been studied in an effort to... Without the ability... I am However...
Well, keep it... Varl and Zoe seem to like spending time together.
Indeed. Zoe discovered references. She appreciated this and encouraged Varl.
And how did that go?
I believe they have agreed to...
How's Aaron?
He is becoming increasing...
What did he do?
He unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted. Amongst a number of Oseram curses, I believe he is given repeated assurance.
Well, good thing we have a lot of... How long do we have, then?
At present rates, without additional factors, the biosphere will cross a point of no return in approximately 4 months.
And if I gather Ether, Demeter, Poseidon, merge you with them?
We will only gain a few months more.
Well, every bit counts. So the Hades Proving Lab, it used to be a Pharaoh research facility?
Yes. The facility was used to engineer. It appears to have been one of many.
I guess it wasn't enough to build He wanted viruses to infect. So, a while back, before the battle at Meridian, I went into Banu. I discovered another AI there. One. It was created to oversee and it spent the last I'm guessing.
No. From the day, an effort by...
Any chance it could...
I have already... Given its previous experience, I imagine it is unwilling to do...
Right. Well, that's... There was an ancient tank embedded in the bulwark, buried under a bunch of bolts. Any idea how it got there?
During the Pharaoh Plague, the U.S. military resumed the use of human combat as automated machine. It is possible the vehicle was part of...
So they fought against the Pharaoh machines until the mountain was blasted. When we were at the there were records that said Far Zenith were researching... I know they traded their ectogenic chambers to Zero Dawn, but...
At this point, we can... Perhaps at one time they meant the Odyssey to be a colony, necessitating... As their goals evolved over time.
So they got more selfish as they... So this facility, it was meant to oversee the terraform...
For the local region, had humans received their education from the... They would have then been guided here, as that never...
Until Minerva decided... So I guess this room was meant to...
Yes. To observe...
That would have been quite a...
It may still be possible, should you find it.
I'll keep a lookout. Gaia?
Her presence is interwoven with my memories. The moment I came, we exchanged. It was the first of many listening to her stories.
Your friend?
Yes. When I reviewed the data on your... Though I am glad she made it home.
She was okay with that. Thanks, Gaia. So... The greatest, all working to build the terraforming system. What was it like?
Personnel worked in resources and within a month of the Elizabeth encouraged me to spend time with the rest of the Zero Dawn staff. She said it was important to aid in my...
What were they like?
Scared. They were hurtling toward I owe every...
So, based on what we've seen, I guess we can assume the Zenith's technology is powerful and all...
Yes. They appear to make extensive... Further, they seem to be equipped with some kind of protective energy field that...
They seemed indestructible.
Throughout every defensive technology has eventually... While we lack the anti-shielding weapon, were I to absorb Hephaestus and utilize it to create no shielding...
So there's hope.
Always.
So, Poseidon, what do we know about it?
Poseidon controls the org. Once it is restored to me, I may be able to improve but I must warn you. It may have taken measures.
I'll be careful. The missing subordinate function.
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species. Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating. Apollo was tasked with preserving and disseminating. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February, 2066.
Pharaoh, huh?
Understandable. He appears to have been pathological.
All 3 of the missing functions have or were. Do you still need them?
Restoring their remaining elements would empowering my... Unfortunately, as we now know, they are attaining them in the...
I guess our best shot at... But we'll need Hephaestus.
Correct.
You mentioned that the superstorms have...
Yes. Weather patterns in the local...
Well, that's a relief.
I will continue.
Why did Ether take up residence in an ancient war museum?
As with the others, Ether needed to install itself on one in the museum, given that the holographic displays...
So Ether was assured it could stay...
Correct. Though it is curious that it should...
Maybe it also... What can you tell me?
Demeter, so
once I bring it back, all the blood out there...
While permanent restoration, I may be able to... However, a word of warning. Like Ether, alone and frightened.
Okay. I'll be off.
Farewell, for now.
Error. Data missing. Error. Drone offline. Error. Drone feed disconnected. Error. Drone offline. Error. Data missing. Error. Drone feed disconnected. Error. Drone feed disconnected. Error. Drone offline. Error. Data missing. Error. Data missing. Error. Drone feed disconnected. Error. Drone offline.
Aloy, glad you made it back okay. She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant.
Is there anything that can help?
Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work.
Yeah.
Booting up. So, Aloy, I suppose you want information.
About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago?
That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed.
So far, Zenith established a colony world after all.
Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable.
Okay, so... the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, And now they want to claim Earth for themselves?
Not their descendants. What? Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know?
How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves?
I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants.
And you? Does that mean that you were...
I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function.
Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it?
When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. But why? Why kill everyone?
When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they... butchered. They didn't seem to care about Earth, so... I concluded that they must want up, then they can redesign it.
To mass extinction for their own comfort? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that. The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you... well,
they told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, that's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit.
So you know about the
It was speculation. Self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course action if it had detected that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her.
Yeah, well... surprise. So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about...
They were some of the most... They controlled almost every major Gerard commands them. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena. They resent his authority over them, but in the...
Eric. He's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab.
He enjoys hurting people.
Yeah, I know. You mentioned the Zenith set up a... Where is it?
Off the coast. Whenever I had to go on missions, I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear they were discussing setting up a repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre Patrol.
What's inside the...
Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back. Plus, infrastructure together.
Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met?
I'm not sure. For all I know, there could be more of other survivors of the call.
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system.
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster. I've speculated that it was an extra, or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from...
The Zeniths never told you any...
They said the only thing that mattered, first Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then...
Guess they survived old age. You said you were born.
The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber, an updated version of the one they must have used to stored...
I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take...
That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed...
You said you spent... Was this archive you...
But only the parts I was... Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and if...
Wait, those names... They were designed before Ted Faro purged...
The Zeniths have a copy.
So it still exists.
Only what was deemed pertinent. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would...
To have all that knowledge... Just... How did you...
Before the Hades Proving Lab, even if I were to run, then I saw you. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical I saw...
You said you saw an opportunity. What did you do?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover only one of the Zeniths.
The one the rebels killed. Outside the facility.
Baina's dead? How did...
I'm looking into it.
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers. And the Gaia root kernel? I told them I could capture Luthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me.
Well done. All right, I think...
So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaia's fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
How did you know?
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus?
Gaia's still figuring out how to capture... To a single location, of course not!
You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are.
You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing. They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location. What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything. Everyone. They're gonna die. Hey. Calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help?
I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry.
Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
So I guess we won't be making use of Silent's weapon. And now there is another clone of Elizabeth here with us. But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more sub-functions to get.
Pam Wumpada. I know. It makes you want to touch something. More like someone.
People make mistakes!
Hey.
Nothing some rest can't... Are you okay?
Just trying to...
Fair enough.
Looks like I was wrong. Their ship didn't explode on its way to Sirius like everyone...
And we saw how they lied about Guess they lied about what happened to their ship. But still, the tribe...
I couldn't put a single dent in their shields, Varl.
That didn't stop you from resurrecting Gaia. Won't stop us from using him.
Let's hope that's enough. So... Train...
Yes, train. Look, she reads glyphs faster than I...
Of course. You guys reading some?
We just finished going through all the logs you collected back in And All Mother Mountain. It's hard to imagine that my ancestor without the knowledge from Apollo.
Thanks to Ted
Yeah. I wonder if the world must have seen...
Not to mention terrifying.
And they became an entire tribe.
It's good to see you and Zoe and...
We're learning a lot. I've actually been looking through the data to thank her for helping me study something from the old world that she's never seen before. Instead, I found out they gave each other stuffed animals. If you ask me, stuffing a dead animal with anything, really, doesn't sound like a good time for anybody.
Maybe Gaia can help you find... How's...
I tried explaining what a clone is to Aaron. Then Zoe said something about 2 trees.
I'm guessing...
I wanted to pay my respects for those who fell when we were ambushed at the embassy. Told him I'd never seen anyone throw themselves at a machine like... He said a warrior shouldn't be... For a second I thought I would... Never thought a Tanakh and a Nora war chief could have so...
I'm guessing Talana didn't...
You got that right. Makes you wonder what this Amadis guy did to grab...
Whatever it was.
Must be quite a story.
I guess she'll tell us. How's...
And we all have our difficulties, but I'm hoping Oseram's stubborn.
How's everyone doing?
Just taking it all.
I see everyone's settling.
Zoe's planning on bringing all... Says a home should always spring with life anew. I asked Aaron to help find some. I think he'd rather stick his head into a snap mall.
Still, it's not a bad idea. I should get back to the water.
I'll keep an eye on Beta.
Okay.
There is something it's about the land god.
You said you wanted...
I think there's a way to heal. Once again, provide plan. Gaia gave me a set of instructions. If we deliver it to the land gods...
That's great.
It may be. Unless the code is given by Hephaestus, the land gods will reject it. Gaia showed me a way around. We need components called... machines similar to the land...
You mean Grimhorns? Like the one we fought in the...
Yes.
So, kill the machines, get them... use them to adapt...
If all goes well. But
we'll do it together.
Bless you, Aloy.
I'll let you know when...
Good.
I just think you talked to me. You would too. You knew everything there is to know about everything.
Well, I guess I just better stay on her good side then.
Politics stay the same no matter how much time passes.
This mountain. The southern face is my best bet for a climb if I want to get more of Silga's message. Just gotta look for a path.
see you, champion. Sit, please.
If you walk by, you'll miss out on a good trade.
You might want to gear up if you're heading into Utaru territory. Rebels have been raiding settlements all over the plains. Though I hear the village of Riverham up north has been giving them quite a fight.
Thanks for the advice. If the rebels are using machines, those Utaru might need some backup. I still have to get more of Silga's message. I should climb up the southern face of the mountain. There's gotta be a good spot up that way. There's not really too much here. Looks like I have company. Fight avoided. Much better.
everything. Oh, I'm trying to know that.
Signal's getting stronger. My focus almost has where it's coming from. Time to pay that Tenakth Tower a visit. Bet I'll get a nice view if I glide down from here.
Good day, Outlander. The rebels were beaten at the coup.
Gotta climb up to look for Silga's signal. But where... Keep climbing to pinpoint that signal. Just a little higher. Almost there. Okay. Let's see if I can pick up Silga's signal.
Stark 142 to Enduring Victory, Reno. Supply drop beacon echo. Paul, I'm trying to get this safely. I left a note for you inside.
There. Found the signal's origin. It's not too far from here. I just need to get to it. Falling gently. Frost is no good here. My focus is picking up the signal that Silga found. I'll need to clear out the machines before I can look for the source. Acid will eat right through that metal.